Hey, what's up guys, it's Matt. Today we are talking about The Grinch. Illumination, the guys who brought you Despicable Me, the endless sea of minions forever, just minions everywhere, just more and more minions, as well as a couple of other Dr Seuss classics, The Lorax and Horton Hears a Who, and now finally dabbling with The Grinch. The story that doesn't really need retelling. And I suppose that kind of sums up this movie, really. It doesn't do or bring anything different to the Grinch story. The Grinch story is just the Grinch story. That's not to say that it's not enjoyable. Obviously, it's just kind of a more like modern take on it. Some of the gadgets that the Grinch uses, he has like a doggy drone, and just little things like that, just kind of more modern things sort of sprinkled throughout. Benedict Cumberbatch does an okay job as the Grinch. I don't think he's like amazing, like someone else could have voiced it. I don't think Benedict Cumberbatch has brought anything particularly amazing to the role of the Grinch. And if anything, actually, I do have a bit of a problem with how the Grinch is portrayed in this movie. I don't think he's mean enough. He's mean, he hates Christmas, and he hates all the other Whos, but at the same time, he has a very loving relationship with Max, his dog, and then also with this reindeer as well, which he encounters throughout the movie. He kind of takes advantage of those characters, but at the same time, he's still showing them kind of like a lot of love, more than what I would expect to see from the Grinch, really. The animation of the film, yeah, it's okay. It's very basic. It's that Illumination style of animation. It's all very clean cut. Everyone kind of has the same mouth and eyes going on. And again, this is what I go back to. I think the Grinch looks too cuddly and nice. I want like my Grinch to look mean. He's supposed to look mean. In the classic Dr Seuss book, he looks like, a drunk. Jim Carrey's Grinch, just look creepy. Whereas this Grinch, you look like you could go up and give him a cuddle. But obviously that's just Illumination's plan so that they can sell lots and lots of Grinch toys. As I say, the story doesn't do anything new. It kind of just retreads old ground. It's all about how the Grinch is going to steal Christmas, whilst at the same time how Cindy Lou is going to meet Santa Claus. Now, I did like what they did with Cindy Lou in this one. Her kind of drive and motivation for wanting to meet Santa Claus is the fact that she wants to make her mum happier, essentially. Although the film doesn't really show her not being happy. Like, okay, yeah, she's a single parent, she's a little bit overworked, but she doesn't seem unhappy at all. The classic musical score of the movie has also been replaced, obviously, within Illumination's style of kind of like more modern hip-hop music. I don't think it necessarily takes away from the movie. Obviously, I guess Illumination feel that that's more engaging for kids. I don't know, I think a classical score would have benefited it. Surprisingly, as well, the film is narrated by Pharrell. Yeah, he does an okay job, but I kind of feel like, Dr Seuss's rhyming throughout the original is spot on, and the Jim Carrey version incorporated a lot of that rhyming into it. Whereas they have done so with this, but I think they've used a lot less and a lot more of their own creative license with it. Probably just to kind of like bring it up to date for the kids. I don't know, it's a classic story. I didn't think it's something that needs changing, really. At the end of the day, though, the film isn't for me, it isn't for you, it's for the kids. And I think in terms of for children, it's absolutely great. The showing I went to, the cinema was absolutely packed. All the kids were like laughing constantly throughout. There's lots of funny moments in there. And yeah, all the kids had an absolute blast who saw it. Unlike the Jim Carrey version, I don't think there's as many kind of jokes for adults in there. There are still plenty of little bits that made me chuckle, but I felt that like the Jim Carrey version, despite being a bit weird and out there, had more kind of adult humour sprinkled throughout than this does. So, The Grinch. I am going to give the film a 5 out of 10. Like, I enjoyed it. I think I prefer the Jim Carrey version, but even then, above the Jim Carrey version, I prefer like just the classic animated. Like, the Grinch story only needs to be 30 minutes long. It doesn't need to be some drawn out film. So there you go, guys. Those are my thoughts on the new Grinch. Have you seen it yet? Did you enjoy it? Let me know down in the comments what you think. Also, again, just to remind you all, I am currently doing Movember, hence this terrible little mustache thing going on here. The link is down below to donate to my page. I'm not just growing this, I'm also getting a move on for Movember as well, and doing a run. You can watch my first week's running vlog here. Check that out. But yeah, until next time, take care.